Hey people, it's Steel Gamer back with the Diablo 3 video I said I was going to make. And in this video, you'll see me put into effect and put into practice everything I explained in the last video about playing, getting to level 70 in Season 16, quickly and efficiently. And again, I want to be clear, this isn't the only way to do this, but this is really efficient. And this will also show you how much luck actually plays a major part in whether or not you get lucky. Because I could start this game and never even get one of the easy bosses to get. I could not, I could wind up having bad layouts and maps where even though the map has a high density, the enemies are so spread out, you'll just wind up losing your massacre bonuses, and things can slow you down. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, it shows you it's part of the game, and since you're in season, you can't really stop the clock, which is why I have a stopwatch down here, because regardless of the outcome, once you start going, you're stuck with the time you get. So hopefully, this is a mock run to like level 10 or 15. And I also didn't explain something specific in the last video that I wanted to wait until this video to explain that once you hit this specific point, I'll just show you that this is what you do from this point on. But I wanted to wait till this video to do that. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is start the stopwatch. And at some point, if I'm going to exit to the main menu, and that would be the equivalency of me actually doing the challenge rift. So I have to leave the clock running because realistically, the clock in season isn't going to stop running just because you did that. So that's going to add to the time and things like that, just to show you that you can still level within a reasonable amount of time because it's all part of season. So that being said, let me start the stopwatch, create the character, and get right into it. I have to make this one this time. Mage Lancer. And hopefully I don't get screwed over. I might cuss because I might get screwed, but whatever. It happens. That's the way the game operates. What can you do? So, like I said, if it does, I may not get good bosses, whatever, but I can still show you can relatively adjust the same. So, first thing I do is I'll be making, talking to myself really, making mental notes as in what to do here and there. So, grab the Scoundrel. Grab the Enchantress and the Templar's inventory. Who knows, I could get extremely lucky and this could work out extremely well, but I don't think so. I think this is just going to be one of these things where the game knows exactly what it is I'm doing and I'm going to get screwed. Alright, so no Zoltan, cool. Well, the Skeleton King is there. Alright, now when it comes to this particular thing, I am going to explain that since this is on Torment, what I'm going to do is get a level. I'm going to get to level 5 before going in there. That is for the sole reason is I need skeletal mages to go in and kill him. Alright, so now this is level 2. I need to swap out my skills. Like I said, I can't play like that. I have to have them. I have to have bone spikes in my right click. Just because that's what I'm used to using. Just pick up that. Oh, okay. Oh, of course he is Vortex. Like I said, unless an enemy has Vortex on it. There we go. Unless there's Vortex on it, there's just avoid it. This should level after this point. There you go. When you level, you want to try to have enemies around you, because what will happen is you will explode and it'll kill them all. If you notice, I'm using these to generate a speed boost. That's what I need. Oh, these are cool. I'll grab that. Nice. I need to hit level 4 before I get into this other area. See, this is a bad play on my part. What I did was I accidentally, I didn't go up far enough. So in this particular case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this door. Oh my god. I'm going to open this. I got to stop hitting the outside of my my realm. There's level 5. These guys are going to suck me in. Okay, so now what I got to do is I got to change over to mages because they're going to help me out immensely now. That's what I need. And after I kill the Skeleton King, I'm going to exit the game and go do I'm going to go do the challenge rift because I'm now at level 5, so that's going to allow me to do what I need to do. Well, that guy's a unique, huh? Huh. Interesting. So now this is level 6. So I gotta make sure I gotta change my bone spikes to sudden impact. Cool. So now I gotta change my bone spikes to sudden impact. And then when I kill this guy, I gotta change it to hard so I can whip the piss out of him really quickly. Because it's gonna be difficult for me to to get him killed with the equipment level that I have. So I'm going to do this real quick. I have to change the difficulty level now to hard. There we go. Oh, I can't stand when I friggin' fall behind. It just makes me waste all this stuff. There we go. Now, one thing I want to point out is that usually when I'm in here and I do this, I save all, I don't know if I explained this in the other video, but I save all of the ashes and everything else, because the reason I save those ashes is because once I'm done in here, I usually go directly, it depends on when I did this, but I usually go directly from here into the runes of Sescheron. So what I do is I start off using those ashes as a massive speed boost, so I can plow through the parts of the runes of Sescheron with this. So now this is all set. Get a treasure chest. That also gives me like a pretty decent amount of XP as well. And now I can open my inventory, put this hood on. That's actually pretty good because I get that. And this is a two-handed bow, which my guy can use. Cool. Alright, now I can equip that. And then we're going to go here. And then I'm going to exit the game, leave the stopwatch running. So as you can see, I'm level 6 and it's about 7 minutes. Because as I said, it's usually, you know, the time frame, I'm usually okay within a minute or two, you know, under or over. So let's see, I'm going to exit the game. Now I'm going to leave this running till about 10 minutes. So it says 10 minutes because realistically, that's roughly how long these challenge rifts take at the beginning. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but on average it takes about 3.5 minutes to clear them. So I'm going to also account for time. I'm going to add in like 30, to be fair, I'm going to add in 30 seconds 15 seconds to exit the game and then go into the challenge rift and then start it, and then 15 seconds extra to add out. So it's like 10 seconds in between. So actually, you know what? Let me see exactly how long it takes to get in there. So I could just go in and start the game. 8 minutes. Yeah, it's roughly about 10 seconds. So after I'm done, I talk to her. I leave the game, come back into the main game, and then go to game settings. Go there again, put it on hard, and then start the game. Okay, yeah. So that's about right, about 10 seconds each. So yeah, instead of 30 seconds, let's add 10 seconds each. So I'm going to wait till about 10 minutes and 30 seconds before I come back in here, which is a fair estimate, I think. So basically what I didn't explain in the other video that I'm going to explain in here is that once you do the bounties, the entire bounty run, you will have all the material from the challenge rift, as well as the bounty, plus the plans to make boards and canes, which I already went over. And then once you hit that, the remainder of the time, all you're doing is you're basically going into the eternal woods and just constantly racking up massive kill bonuses. That's all you do, because that will allow you to level so fast, it's ridiculous. And one thing I'm gonna explain that I would normally do is I would put out. Actually, I'm gonna go to about 10 minutes, and 10:01, 10:02, because technically it takes almost 5 minutes to do the rift, depending. That's realistic. It's not 3 minutes, it's 5. I mean, you can finish it off in that, but it's usually not going to allow you to do it that fast. Alright, so anyway, as I said, unless you get asked over, your bonuses are going to be broken up and everything else. So what I suggest you do is, on your boots, is forgetting about putting the XP gain on them. What you want to do is put a speed boost on your boots. So once you put a speed boost on your boots, you should be able to have an easier time connecting your what do you call it? Your massacre bonuses together, which is really where you're going to level the fastest. That's the issue on that. So like I said, I mean, in these runs, the game really depends on how lucky you really have. Luck plays a major factor on this. Hey, how's it going, viewer? Welcome to the stream. Just explaining a few things before continuing the game. The reason I'm leaving the stopwatch running is technically this is when I would have done the challenge rift, because this video is me putting into effect and practice everything I explained in the previous video about, how to build a character, go to 70, things like that. So realistically, it takes about, 5 minutes to do the challenge rift, so I can't stop the timer when I'm in the challenge rift because it's part of it. So this is being added to the time, so I have to be fair on that, because this is the procedure I would normally do. All right, so anyway, in about 12 minutes I'm gonna kick back in. But basically, what people say, you can get huge massacre bonuses when you do these high dense populated areas, but that's not going to matter if the enemies are so spread out. It doesn't matter how densely populated the area is. It matters how close together the enemies are that allow you to keep these kill streaks going. Without keeping the kill streaks going, you're going to get screwed, because it doesn't matter. Like I said, high density areas, that's what people do. That's a fact, but it's not going to help you. So now, technically, I would have been out of the challenge rift and already done. Now I'm going to start the game again on hard. And so, this is when you would go into a public bounty game. I'm not going to do that for purposes of this video, but you would go into a public bounty game, and then you'd hoard all the chests to get boards and canes to get that out of the way. Then, if you wanted to, in this regard, once you did that, because of the system I'm going to show you to use, you can catch up on all the excess XP that you lost or took the time to doing by going to the Ruins of Sescheron. Now, exiting the game and entering it resets the game to do this, as I explained about the, these ashes and everything else. So what I would do is I'd clear all these ashes out for the sole purpose of generating a speed boost. So if you can see, I just got 14, which usually 14 gives a good estimation amount on about a minute speed. Whoops, I went to the wrong area on this. I got to go to Ruins of Sescheron. So pretty much after you get your canes and born set and everything else, all you're going to do is you're going to generate the speed boost and come to the Eternal Woods. The Eternal Woods is the best area as far as I'm concerned as far as having everything, simply because you have a little bit of everything in here. There's chests. There's usually a cursed chest in here. And if this area is set up decently enough, you can just go. The flow is so good. The density of the area is just so good. Ah, shit, that was a freaking edited area. That was fucking horrible. Oh, I fucking lost my kill streak. Shit happens. Also, what I'm going to wind up doing is once I get my skeletons, I'm going to change Skeletal Mage back to I'm going to fucking this guy's got Vortex, you pain in the fucking ass. I'm going to change my Skeletal Mages back to Corpse Explosion for the sole purpose is as you can see, the Skeletal Mages. If I had Corpse Explosion on this ground right now, it would be great. I would be so good. Also, when you level, try to again level with enemies around you, because when you level, you explode, and it'll kill every enemy around you, giving you a massive, massive, massive good fucking bonus. Also, your skeletons will allow you to keep a kill streak going. So let me see if I can get a good kill streak going here. Yeah, see, it kills all the enemies around you. Oh, fuck, this guy's a waller. He's gonna fuck up everything. Alright, so now that I got my Skeletal Mages, I gotta get Corpse Explosion back out of here. Well, I got a Massacre going. I'm not gonna frickin' stop it right now. Let me get this out of the fucking way. Shit, come on, get out of there. Alright, so now what I have to do is I gotta exit, I gotta go to the main, I gotta go to the game, and what I'm gonna do now is this specific procedure I'm gonna do now, since I would have already had the challenge rip done and the regular bounty game finished. There's no reason for me to do anything else. I can go to get the cube, which will be a little bit of a pain in the ass because you want to do that on normal and fly through it. So in this particular case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a two-handed scythe, and I'm going to make, a one-handed scythe and a one-handed phylactery. And the reason behind this is simple. The one-handed scythe and the one-handed phylactery, I can't even friggin' speak. The phylactery and the one-handed scythe are going to double your damage. And since, I don't want to say double your damage, but it's going to give you a bigger damage ratio bonus off of this than just also, you know, having rings or whatever. Now, I want to point something out about how this operates as far as, whoops, Corpse Explosion. As far as Bone Spear and stuff like this, you want to use Blighted Marrow, and then you want to use Sudden Impact. So what you're doing is, Blighted Marrow is going to just add a massive amount of poison, and it's going to cripple the enemies as well. But on this particular case, since I have maximum essence on the Necromancer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get experience gain on this. So there's one. There's three. You don't mess around with it for too much, but I think 4 is the maximum you can get, so that's 3 additional one. So I'm going to try to put XP gain on this. I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Okay, so let me see. Alright, so give me 1 second to get the XP on this. Again, don't screw around with this too much. But the reason you would be able to get away with doing that so much is, again, because you have the, again, I'm going slower than normal because I'm talking. I said I wouldn't, but you're going slower than normal for talking. But the fact of the matter is, this particular setup right now allows you to generate so much XP on a Massacre bonus, it's ridiculous. So what I'm doing now is I'm leaving the game, and I reset the game because I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So basically, my point is that you can get away with that because you did all of the bounties and you did the challenge rift, so you have the money and the items to actually adjust things on. So if you really wanted to, you can go get the cube now, but that's up to you depending on what you're going to do. But what I would do now is I'm going to look for any of these things. All right, so that's on hard, and now I'm just going to show you what I would do from this point forward. Is Zoltan cool here? Right. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, I would use either the Royal Crypts or I would use Act 2 going to Belial. So yeah, what I'm going to do first is go to Belial first. And you'll start to see the huge difference here. Sometimes you get unlucky. There's elites down the friggin' back here, and they're fucking annoying. Alright, so I have a massive speed bonus right now. So all you're going to do is you're just going to keep going in here left and right. If you go to get the cube, remember to do it on normal. There's no reason to do it any other because you're only going to get the cube. So in this case, I'm going to get the kind of gist of the layout. Oh, there's a pool of reflection. Sweet. There's an elite. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to use this to get this out. He's a fucking waller. Good thing I'm getting him out of the friggin' way. Oh my god. This is why you use Corpse Explosion after this. These elites can really ruin your kill streaks if you don't get rid of them really fast enough. I keep friggin' hitting the corner of my screen. Yeah, I just lost a corner of my screen. Give me a second. I gotta friggin' readjust this. I keep hitting the corner of my screen, so I keep losing my friggin' kill streak because my screen keeps minimizing. Sometimes these are just really ass maps and you can't do anything about it. Oh, nice. Is this 100? Nope, it's not. Oh, shit, that sucks ass. So as you can see, you generate these massive kill streaks really easy. Oh my god, I keep frickin' hitting the side of my screen. I just lost my kill streak because of that. Fucking annoyance. This is why I don't play the game in frickin' windowed mode and I don't stream it. Because in order to stream it, I have to frickin' do this. And I'd be losing so much frickin' XP, it's ridiculous. I'm already losing so much XP because of this. How long is it fucking gonna take to kill that thing? Jeez. Yeah, I lost so much XP on this. It's ridiculous. I want to point out that using Corpse Explosion is really tricky because there's a delay between when you can activate it and when it comes up. So it's really difficult to freaking keep a kill streak going with just Corpse Explosion. You need a combination of other things. These fucking trees trap me in again. The trees can wreck your day too because they trap you in, you can't move, and that could be the difference between getting... because the Necromancer has such a long reach, he doesn't really need to be on the screen with the enemies, he just needs to reach the enemies. And as long as he can hit the enemies... Motherfucker, get the fuck away from me. This area... Oh, fucking, what the hell? I'm gonna lose all my kill streaks now because these frickin' trees are stopping. Really? Oh my god, that was fucking annoying. That's why you want to use Corpse Explosion, because Corpse Explosion, I can reach them all from here. So if I kill them, I can just blow up everything up ahead. I don't need to be on the screen to do it. So that's basically the gist of it. So what you do is, at this point, since you'd already have all of the, you know, all the materials from all the mats and everything else, and you'd have the you'd be guaranteed to get, what do you call it there, you'd be guaranteed to have both Borns and Canes set at that point from doing the challenge, the bounties. That all you would have to do is come into this area and just keep logging in and out, getting the speed bonus. See, this is fucking retarded, because the area I had all those, there was no enemies from this point to here, but as you can see how slow I'm moving. But I don't even think if I was moving fast it would have mattered, because the enemies are all on this side, so you really need a good layout on a map. And that's, you know, that's the shit that happens. You can't do anything about it, but that's just the way it operates. So just be prepared for that. As long as you understand how these maps go and why some of them are good, why some of them are horrible, why high density maps don't really mean shit unless the enemies are close enough together where you can keep these kills. See, that tree just blocked me in, and it fucked me over from being able to move. So that's why evasive maneuvers, when you get them, you want to use them. See, right now, I should be having a different weapon type right now, so this is just me just being stupid right now. I could have had this entire area cleared. I hate these fucking things, too. These things are annoying. There we go. So, yeah, see, I'm not even getting any kill streaks now at this point. It's partially me not doing damage, but I keep getting screwed over because I can't move and do certain things. So this is like showing you exactly why it's crucial to have speed, why it's crucial to have, you know, certain weapons and things like that. But for the most part, this is just exactly how I level. Now, the key factor when you're leveling in a group is that you don't want to be on the same map when you're doing it, because what happens is your kill bonuses are what generate you the massive friggin' they generate the massive amount of XP. See, I just missed these guys, even though these guys were here. They were close enough. It was because of the angling of it. My spikes were hitting this cluster screw here, so I couldn't hit them. Alright, normally I've already wasted entirely way too much time on this map. Usually at this point, because of the map is pretty much cleared out, it doesn't matter how much of the map I have left over, I'd exit the game and then go back into the game and repeat that procedure. You see here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is create a different weapon. And remember, at level 15, you're going to be able to generate way more friggin' versatility in this. Plus, the bounty caches, I believe, would have some gems in them, which also help you out immensely. So, at level 15, you can start socketing yellow items. And that would be, like I said, the benefit from doing the challenge rift, things like that, are all key factors involved with this. Alright, so I should be able to have a command. And see, Enforcer doesn't start till level 15 either. So, let me see here. These are all there. This is down here. That's it. On the Necromancer, the secondary effects don't do anything until you can actually utilize them. I just leave them in there because I can. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to Act 1. Exit the game. I need to actually, you know what? I need to create another weapon. So, you have to figure out which weapons. It helps to memorize, when you're doing this fast enough, it helps to memorize what weapons you want to use. So, for example, I already know for a fact there's a level 10 dagger. It's blue. I already know that for a fact. So, obviously, it's going to probably give me more damage than this thing I have on me, which is, yeah, exactly. And plus, it gives me 3 experience. You cannot adjust blue items. You can adjust yellow ones, but you can't adjust blue ones, which kind of sucks ass, but whatever. Nothing you can do about it. So, that being said, back out, and then I'm going to go and do this procedure again, and hopefully I can get a better turnout on a map. Because, like I said, people that say, you know, going to high density areas, that's not really going to matter if the frickin' enemies are so spread out that you can't get to them fast enough. So I'm going to go into hard, and I'll try this again. So let's see here. Also, at this point, again, keeping in mind the books that are in these games. As I said, for those of you tuning in, one of the easiest ways to get XP right off of the bat, it's free, is if you start off in Act 4, grab this book Now, obviously, the higher the level you go up, the more XP. So I'm going to get a different amount of XP. But when you first start off, depending on what mode of play you do, it's usually between 20 to 28 XP. In this particular case, it's 950 XP. So that's 950 I don't have to do now. Now, since this game does give books in multiple places, you have to know where to look to get them. Gardens of Hope third tier has one always in it. It's down here in the corner. It's always here. So if I grab this book, I'm going to level. Oh, I thought I'd level. I guess not. I guess I have a little bit more to go in that. I thought I would level. I was... Oh, you know what? I'm way too... Oh, okay. That's what happened. I thought I was already 28. That was my bad. So, in this particular case, I would go to Act 1. Now, there's ones in Halls of Agony. And then there's another one somewhere along the lines. I'm not sure exactly where it is. It's in the... It could be anywhere in the cathedral. There's one in the cathedral. Okay, so now I'm level 13. And so, all I would do at this point is, again, I would go to the Royal Crypt. Since the Skeleton King is there, that's a toss-up to whether or not you want to kill him. But I'm going to do this. Again, it's the speed bonuses that you're looking for. So, roughly around 14 items crushed will give you a 60-second speed bonus, which helps you out when you're doing this because you want to be able to blaze through everything. In this particular case, okay, the Eternal Chest, okay, there's an event chest in here. So what I would do is I'd walk around until I found the event chest. That's a frenzy shrine, okay. That's not going to help me out because I need to get rid of this guy in here. But remember now, I already have a bonus. I already have a different damage. I already have a different weapon. And now, oh shit, that's not good. As you can see, the ability for me to move. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you move. You see how many freaking... See how, like, there was no enemies between this point and there. So, moving fast doesn't matter, and the density of the area doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I can kill them. I just didn't get to them. That shit happens. I have a feeling that there's... Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I thought. I need to get rid of these guys. Before you do the event chest, you want to make sure that you get rid of any elites. Elites are basically useless when you're lower levels. They don't do anything except hinder your progress. So if an elite has Vortex or Waller, you have to get rid of it. If you don't, it'll fuck up your ability to do any type of kill streaks and shit like that. Motherfucker. Oh my god, seriously, what the fuck? These guys are really fucking me up. I'm probably gonna get killed. Nope, there we go. Yeah, they can really ruin your kill streaks, and that's what's crucial here. So let me wander around the map and see if there's any more elites. So there's a bunch of enemies. All the white enemies are just gonna get crushed. Oh, there's the cursed chest, too. Is it 100 enemies? Or is it... No, it's fucking waves. That's gay. Again, remember, there's a delay on corpse explosion. How the friggin' this guy not fucking dead yet? Those big enemies can really screw up your kill streaks. So you have to get, like I said, you have to get rid of everything first. I need to drag other enemies over here. Problem is, if I drag other enemies over, I'm going to miss what's in the chests. Okay, now, when you're at this specific point in the game, you'll notice that I have Decrepify up here. I'll tell you what skill I changed that to. And I'll tell you the reason why I changed it to it. So let me get rid of this. Finish this event chest real fast. Give me a second. Alright, so there's level 15. Now what I'm going to do is, because again, remember, I would have already had... the challenge rift chest and all the rest of the bounty chests in here. So what I'm going to tell you to change Decrepify to is Command Golem for obvious purposes. Command Golem throws it down. And corpses, it's furthermore corpse explosion. So now this is here. And now this is going to change the way the game operates at this point for the Necromancer, because you're going to be dishing out so much damage. It doesn't matter. You could probably do this on Master and friggin' wail the piss out of it, but I wouldn't do that just for the sole purposes of, you know, doing this. So I would use, for at this point, you just want to do all two-handed weapons. So a level 15 two-handed sword, two-handed axe, or whatever you can make, you want to keep this going. And that's going to jack up your damage. So if you take a look at the damage ratio I had from these, that was a level 10 to what I have now. So it's 45.17 up to 102. That's a massive damage boost. And that's not even counting me being able to socket it and put a ruby in it. If I put a ruby in it, I'll just friggin' put it on Master. You know what I mean? Just show you the difference. It's ridiculous. So, obviously, I probably wouldn't have this, but realistically, you can probably create a higher grade ruby because of the death press and stuff like that you have left over from the event chest that you did for the challenge rift. And so you can probably get away with doing one of these. So otherwise you would probably have like little teardrop ones and things like that. So what you would do in this particular case is I would remove the life after each kill, keep the experience level gained on that, and then I would put a socket into this, because as I said, when you start hitting level 15, you can start socketing items. So, oh, actually, I don't think you can socket this. Wait a minute, can you socket this? I should have been able to socket this. What the fuck, I can't socket this? Huh. Oh, it says, oh, you know what? I'm going to change this. This is, oh, you know what it is? I have to socket it from here. Ah, okay, it's not a secondary effect, it's a first effect. So I just remove the vitality from it and get a chance to socket it, hopefully. What I would do, though, is I'd use my own stat bonus. So in the off chance, you only want to do this a couple of times because you don't want to wind up wasting all your gold, and that's what would wind up happening. So what you would do is you'd keep a stat that's close to your you keep a stat that would work better for your character. So in this case, I'd only do this one more time, and then I would exit it. I would try to make another one, and hopefully, your best case scenario is to get one with a socket already in it. That can happen. So let me see. Let me make another one of these. It would actually probably be cheaper to make one than it would be to do whatever you're doing now. That just to keep trying to get a socket or something, it would just be cheaper to make one. So in this case, yeah, I would probably do this. That's a lot. That's rough. It's a 5. That's a +5 experience gain. So let me try this here. 1 experience. For some reason, this one, oh, it's because I put the intelligence level up on it. That's why. Oh, 8 experience. I'm gonna keep that. And then you would salvage all this crap. And then I'd try to get a socket in it from something that would basically be useless to as far as this goes right now. So in this case, I'd get rid of vitality and put a socket in it if I could. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you don't, you know. But if I'd do this, I'd increase the damage on it anyway in case I can't get a socket. So in this case, I'd do attack speed, so it's jack up your damage significantly. Don't worry about survivability. If you die, you die. I mean, shit happens, you know. It's not like you're playing it on friggin', you know. Yeah, see, this is, sometimes the game knows what you're doing and it won't give it to you, so I wouldn't even go beyond that. I would just leave it alone. But I would now start crafting pants. I'd change all these items out. So with the material you got from all the other bounties, the event chests, things like that, you would change this stuff out. Plus, yeah, that's only level 3. That's ridiculous. That's level 4. So yeah, you want to get rid of all this shit. That way it gives you extra items, abilities, I should say extra materials. So now I would go in and make another helm for now. I should be able to do it for level 15. I would actually get rid of the regenerates life per second to try to get a socket in this. So then I would do chest armor. Even if it's blue, it's still higher than what you had. You know, 3 experience points. I do pants. There's only so many of these things you can do. I don't think I can do bracers until 18, 17. So this is just getting to know what you're doing. Wow, that's level 10. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's level 16. Am I almost level 7? No. I do level 10 on these. See what happens on this. This is going to be rough. No, I'm not even going to stop messing with the boots. A belt? That would be good. So let's see here. 19, 9. I don't even have a belt, so any of them would be good. Now, also, keeping in mind you have blood shards. So, in the particular case of what you're doing with the blood shards, I would actually argue that using an amulet, you know, I would try to get an amulet is what I would do. That's just me, though. I don't know exactly. There's probably videos out there that show you what you can use. And I would also put a socket in the amulet, too. Because when you start putting sockets and things, you want to put them in as regarding what you're obviously, you know, what your build is. So topaz for mages and wizards, things like that. Now, I'm going to point out that there's a fence. There's a vendor called a fence in these areas. That's a miner. I think the fence is over here. Fences sell rings and amulets. They sell jewelry. So in this particular case, where's the fence? Right here. Okay, see, his name is Fence, and they have the ability to sell rings and amulets. So what you're going to do with the rings and amulets is either jack up one of your stats to according to what it is, because the stat's going to increase your damage as well, or just straight up damage ratios. I would try a different one, but I wouldn't go too far as doing that, because right now this is all wasting time because I'm explaining it. But basically the deal was, if you take a look at the time frames that the clock was up and you take a look at the time frames I had all my stuff done, you will see that they're relatively near each other, minus the, you know, 5 or 6, 7 minutes that I went to do the challenge rift. So now what I'm going to do is, I think I already did this, yeah. Let me see if I did this already. Yeah, I already grabbed it all. So I'm going to exit the game and then restart a new game, and then go in and just repeat this procedure until you get to level 21, which you can equip Born Set, then you can equip Cane Set, then you're just fucking gonna fly through it from there. Like I said, it helps if you have a it helps once you get gems if you have a Leoric's Crown, but Leoric's Crown doesn't work without a gem as far as, you know, the bonus boost on it. So people that go, oh, I got a Leoric's Crown at level 2, that's not going to help you out unless, you know, yeah, it helps you out as far as a stat boost, but it's not going to actually help you out as far as the way the whole thing operates, as far as the way the helm's effect is. So, I mean, that's just common sense. So I'm going to go over here now. I don't even care about this. I'm just going to ignore all these guys. So now I have 21, so I'm just going to go out, do this, so I don't have to worry about that. There you go. Ruins of Sescheron, and that's it. Now this is going to be a whole different ball game, because now I'm just going to plow through everything. I should have actually put speed bonus boost on my I should have put a speed bonus boost on my boots, because that would have helped me out immensely. Oh shit, I missed that. I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. That sucked ass. Oh well, shit happens. Oh, I got a don't know what that is, but let me see. I got a legendary, but I'm in the middle of a kill streak right now, so I'm not going to equip it. It doesn't matter, I got a kill streak going. I want to take these friggin' trees out as fast as I can. They're fucking annoying. Now, these skeletons, my skeletons will keep killing the kill streaks. Ah, shit. So, yeah, look at how far, look at the distance between not having enemies. I had this all the way over here. Oh, there's a chest right here. Cool. It's a resplendent chest, too. Woohoo! So, the reason I suggest Eternal Woods is because there's literally a bit of everything in it as far as getting good items. So even if you can't get items off of a boss early on because you get screwed over. The game didn't decide to give, the game decided not to allow you to get, it didn't generate a boss area for you to get shit at. This area makes up well over for that difference, you know what I mean? Before I touch, oh, you know what? I am going to touch this chest, and hopefully it's 100 enemies, because I'll fuck this thing up. This is really good, holy shit, this is great. I need to get this key thing here. Oh, I'm stuck in this thing. This is going to be a really nasty kill streak. Holy shit, this is good. Wow, this is freaking great. And this is where you make the difference up. As long as you can keep hitting these enemies and killing them, and you time this right, oh, fuck, I hit the damn edge of my frickin' screen again. Pain in the ass. I hit the edge of my screen. Oh, well, shit happens. But basically, if you keep all this shit going, you can get... I've gotten literally, on this type of character, on a really good run, I've gotten a 500 frickin' massacre bonus. I leveled like 16 levels when I did it. It was ridiculous. Nice. So this just changes the way the game operates now. Now, from this point forward, you can go to high-density areas. Like, this map is just done as far as I'm concerned. I won't waste my time on it anymore. So now I just exit the game, and instead of, motherfucker, get out of here. Where the fuck did all these guys just come from? Alright, so anyway, I would go back to town, and this is the area I would continue focusing on. Because as you see, I just generated an assload of XP and levels. And shit. Oh, I got a vigilante. I got... Oh, that's a vigilante belt. Yeah, it is. So that changes that. And now, what's my weapon? You want to see, what are you at, 18? You want to try to make sure that you have, before you exit the game, you want to make sure that you want to try to get a different type of weapons. Let's see, a two-handed axe. Is that 18? It's level 16. Let's try a two-handed mace. I don't think I can use a mace, can I? Yeah, I think I can. Size. Let's see a two-handed size. Where is it now? 20. That's not going to work. Two-handed sword. So is there a level 18 one or level 19? Yeah, that's not going to work. So, yeah, it's going to leave it at level 15 for now. Put some pants on. Put some pants on. Grab that. Okay, so that's all the damage bonuses. So now I'm going to leave the game and then go back in and just repeat this procedure. But I'm probably going to go to a different area now. Because of the amount of damage I'm now doing, I don't know if I might want to jack the game up to expert just to circumvent and bypass all of the excess damage that I'm doing. So now I would see corpse explosion, bloody mess. I think I can do command skeletons, enforcer, and then I think command golem. Yeah, okay, so flesh golem, that works. That's even better. So yeah, I actually am going to go outside the game and I'm going to jack it up one difficulty level. So now it's depending on, this is just where things get tricky about what you want to do. Yeah, I don't want to go up too high, but the one thing I want to point out, I wouldn't do rifts. I wouldn't do challenge. I wouldn't do, like, actual rifts, like go in there and try to do rifts. The reason behind that is, if you try to do rifts, it actually slows down your progress solo. I'm not saying it doesn't do it as a group. It slows down your group, slows down your progress in solo, and here's the reason why. So, right now, I'm going to show you what it takes to get to level, let me see, what am I at? 18. I'm going to show you what it takes to get to level 19 if you do a rift. This is again solo. And I'm going to go into a rift and just do that because everyone's like, just do rifts from that point on. Rifts will not allow you to get a massacre bonus inside the rift. It won't work. It doesn't let you do it. Now, I'm going to go in here and go to the processing place after I get through this because I want to get to the main area in this map. Since it's this map, I saw it as soon as I went in and I knew what it was. And then I'm going to go in afterwards and show how ridiculous this is when you're dealing with this. See, because I'm missing XP because of the... what it is you're missing XP because of the bonuses of the massacre that you're not getting. So I'll show you the time-wise difference that this operates off of. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna show you that if you saw how long that took me to fill up 2 bars, I'm gonna go back to town and I'm gonna go to another area and I'm gonna show you that filling up 2 bars is much faster with an XP bonus, the massacre bonus, I should say. So let me go in and grab the Royal Crypt here. Ruins of Szechuan. You'll see the difference in a minute. Now, obviously, if I stayed in there, I would be level 19 right now, but I'm showing you the difference between filling these things up. Okay, ready? Watch. See my point? Because it's just, I filled it up way, just like from just small group of enemies compared to what I was doing in there. So when you're going solo, it's pointless to do friggin' rifts in that regard because you can level. Watch the way I level in this. It's ridiculous. You see how fast I filled the bar up? If you take a look at what I just did with this bar, it's from this small group. What I want to try to do is hit this chest and see what the XP is, see what it is on this. So I just wanted to prove a point that when you're doing kill streaks and massacre bonuses, the fucking XP amount is exponential in leveling compared to doing an actual rift. Now, I'm not saying don't do rifts. I'm saying if you want to level fast, this is what you're going to have to do. There's no other way around it. Now, keeping in mind, I've almost spent the same amount of time in this, slightly longer, but if you take the time and if you take a look at the way I did the levels inside the rift compared to what I did in here, you'll see that my leveling is just, I've leveled like almost twice the amount that I did inside the rift. So my point is that now at this point, what you would do is you would just go and you would equip Born Set, which is going to increase your leveling even further, and then it's also going to increase your damage, and then you'd obviously make a new weapon to go with this. And if you need be, you know, you just, like, this guy is not even put together right either, you know what I mean? He's like half-assed. So that is wanted to point out that the differences between doing a rift and then doing this stuff are astronomical when it comes to leveling, because if I just stayed and done this, I would have plowed through everything. Now the time frame is like almost an hour, and I'm at level 21. Once I put the gear on and I keep doing this, if I didn't stall or do anything else, I would to show the examples. I would probably be at level 30 almost right now. So as I said, I want to be clear that when you hit levels, 10 to 15 to 20, that averages about a level, you know, averages about a level a minute if you just stay in the game. But when you stop to do things, obviously time's going to be added on, things like that, and then you just need to do stuff to make up the time. But in the end, you're still leveling way faster than you normally would have. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, and I'm going to end this stream now. And this is TL Gamer signing off. Have a good day or night wherever you are, and hopefully this helps everybody in season. Take care, guys. And again, the link to the first video I made about the explanation about everything I was doing is going to be linked in the description below the video, and vice versa. This one will be linked in that video, things like that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for any support you guys give me. Thanks a lot. TL Gamer signing off. Have a good day or night wherever you are. And I'll probably be streaming Fallout 76 maybe today at some point. I don't know. All right, take care.